Okay, so we will look into this question, a very elaborate question. And let's do one thing. First of all, let's understand what is this question all about, and then probably we'll take a jab at it. This question is an question from the area of ratio proportions. And you see the problem that I think most of the students has at this point is that one way or the other, they are trying to learn so many methods because this is the first lab at CAT. Somebody may be teaching you this method, somebody may be teaching you that method. But over the last couple of years, 5 years to be very precise, I have seen that every question in CAT can be solved logically. Obviously, I mean, taking some variations here and there. But then these type of questions, if you stick to a particular method of solving, then that's a very bad idea. So let's do one thing. Let's appreciate the question. Let's read the question and then probably see what we can do with this question. It's a very interesting question. Says a garrison of 2000 men has provisions for 20 weeks at the rate of 2.5 kg per day per man. After 4 weeks, 500 more men join the garrison. How many more weeks will the remaining provisions will the remaining provisions last at the rate of 2 kg per day per man? First of all, this seems like a very moderate question. There is nothing that one can stop you from solving or attempting this question. But then I want to know a couple of things. First one is that in the unitary method, how is it that we can, let's do one thing. Let's just, increase the space so that you will be able to see the questions properly. Yeah. So in the unitary method, one needs to just ask a couple of questions. So this is the first question that I ask. In one day, a person is consuming how much? He's consuming 2.5 kgs. Now, mind you, this is for one man worth of consumption. In 7 days, how much will that one man consume? Let's do this orally. This is going to be 14 plus 3.5, that is 17.5 kgs. Now, this is for that one man in 1 week. I want to know 7 into 20. Why am I multiplying it by 20? Because I need to know for 140 days, which is equivalent to 20 weeks. Now, everything is going on in the mind. 17.5 into 2 gives me a 35, into 10 gives me a 350 kg. Now, did you remember this is for one man? So, what will be for 2000 men? This is the total ration. So, the total ration will be 700,000, right? 700,000 kgs. Now, this is something that you have to take care of. Now, there is something also given to us as, you know, consumption for 4 weeks. So let's see how much they have consumed in those 4 weeks. So again, going by the same logic, not doing any calculation, just looking at it from a very clean perspective. One man would have consumed 17.5 kgs. How many will consume, like how much would have 2000 men consume? 17.5 into 2000. Now this was for 7 days. I need for 4 weeks, which is 28 days. So all I need to do is just multiply a 4 there. Okay. So this is 35 into 4. 35 into 4. Let's do that. 5, 4 5s are 20, 2, 12, and 2, 14, 1, 4, 0. Okay. Now, 1,40,000 worth gets consumed in the 4 weeks. That leaves me with 5,60,000, 5,60,000 kilograms worth of ration. Does this make sense? I hope it does. Okay. This is plain unitary method. They are asking you to calculate for how much you will be left with. Let's take the palette to that side. Give me 1 second. Okay. Now, all you need to tell me is that how much this thing will last at the rate of 2 kg per day per man. So this is going to be, rate is 2 kg per day per man and we have to multiply this by 2000 because there are 2000 men in which this 5,60,000 kg will be distributed, right? So hold on, this is not going to be 2000, this is going to be 2500 because 500 more men joined the garrison, right? The kg and kg will get cancelled. The 2500 men and men will go to the numerator and the numerator denominator cancel. So eventually, instead of this, I could just write this entire expression as this thing. The two zeros and two zeros cancel. 2 cuts this by 2800. So this comes out to be 2800 by 25 days. Now, please tell me, is the question asking you the number of days? No, they are asking you the number of weeks. So what I will do is, instead of this, I will just multiply this by 1 by 7. So this will convert this entire expression into weeks. 7 cuts this by 4, 0, 0. 25 4s are 100 and 16s are 400. So this will cut by 16. So the weeks that one needs is going to be 16, and 16 will be the answer. Now this is very elaborate way of calculating everything and then arriving at the answer. If I want to arrive at the same answer but with a different approach, what could that be? Now let's look into that. Now here I know everything, so I'll not look at the question. I'll just use the pens and proceed. I know that the number of men, there has to be some relation between the number of men and the rate. Okay. And the rate. There has to be some relation, the number of men and the number of weeks. Now I'll tell you why I'm even elaborating that. That is simply because the consumption is dependent on the total ration. The total ration is constant, which is 7 lakh uh, kilograms. Now, if the men increases, the rate will decrease. That has happened. Initially, it was 2.5 kg per day per man. Now it is 2 kgs per day per man. So I can infer that men's is inversely proportional to the rate. Men is also, number of men rather, is inversely proportional to the number of weeks that are in hand. If you reduce the number of men, the number of weeks will increase. Now, there again can be done many things. So what I can do is I'll call M1 as the initial number of men, M2 as the final number of men, which is after the 4 weeks situation. And this can be written as R1 into W1. And in the denominator, R2 by W2, that will eventually go in the numerator. So R2 into W2. Now, M1 we know is 2000. M2 we know is 2500. We also know that the rate 2 is 2 kg per this thing. So 2.0 or 2 you can write. And rate 1 is 2.5 per kg, 2.5 kg per day per man. Number of weeks 2, which is something which I require, I don't know. Number of weeks on, what is it that you will fill here? Give me the answer. The most of the students will make an error and fill 20 over there. No, this ratio business is only happening because four weeks worth of ration has already been consumed. So I'm left with 16 weeks worth of ration, and that is where the 500 men come into the picture. Now, if you pay attention, this is 20 by 25, 4 by 5. This 2000 by 25 is also 4 by 5. 4 by 5, 4 by 5 cancels. W2 comes out to be 16 straight up. Now, that ways you can see these type of questions become very easy if you just employ the optimal method of using relations into it. Okay, call it variation, call it relation, whatever. Okay, so if you just employ the right methods, you'll get the right results. So with that, I think I have explained to you this idea. Thank you.